Hello students, today we are going to see the chapter number 2, that is accounts of not-for-profit concern. So in this video today you will learn about the basics of NPO, right? So first of all we will see the meaning of NPO. So as the name suggests, NPO is not for profit organization, means their main aim is not to earn profit but to provide services to the society or members. Services to the society or members without profit motive, right? So NPOs are those organizations which are formed for the promotion of art, culture, religion, sports, charity, health, education, etc. And the main aim is to provide services and not to earn profit. They collect their income, but कुछ भी काम करना है, कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन खोलना है तो आपको पैसों की ज़रूरत तो पड़ेगी, इनकम की ज़रूरत तो पड़ेगी, तभी आप खर्च करोगे, तभी आप कुछ काम कर सकते हो. So how they will collect their income? So they will collect their income by way of subscription, donations, admission fees, entrance fees, tuition fees, right? And these they collect from members. All moreover this, they also get concessions or grants from government, right? So basically this is the source of income for NPO, right? Now some of the examples of NPO is like temples, bank, school, right? Then colleges, sports club, library, etc. There are many more, right? So this is some like a gymkhana. All these comes under the examples of NPO. यहाँ पे इनका काम सोसाइटी को सर्विस देना है, ना कि प्रॉफिट अर्न करना है. पर ये सब चलाने के लिए भी उन्हें पैसा चाहिए. सो वो जो पैसा है वो कहाँ से आता है, इस तरीके से आ सकता है. जैसे अगर स्कूल है या कॉलेजेस है तो वो ट्यूशन फीस, आप जो फीस भरते हो, जो आप कॉलेज आते हो तो आपका, हम एग्ज़ाम्पल लेते हैं कॉलेज का. तो जैसे आप कॉलेज आते हो तो कॉलेज में आप क्लास यूज़ कर रहे हो, ब्लैक बोर्ड यूज़ कर रहे हो, आप जिस क्लास में बैठे हो उधर लाइट फैन ऑन है, वो चल रहा है, उसका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी का बिल आएगा. तो कॉलेज इज़ फॉर प्रोवाइडिंग सर्विसेज, बट अगेन ये सब जो खर्चे हैं, वो बेंचेस आपके क्लास में हैं, राइट? ये सब जो भी खर्चे हैं ये कैसे पूरे होंगे? तो व्हाट दे डू, दे चार्ज दी tuition fees from you. So students pay the tuition fees, that is the income for school and colleges, and from that they will spend the expenses, right? उसमें से जो भी expenditure होता है कॉलेज चलाने के लिए, टीचर्स को सैलरी देनी होती है, right? To maintain that college, to maintain that environment, whatever expenses are there, that is done by from the amount which is collected as tuition fees. Okay. If you are going to any gymkhana or sports club, they will ask you for some fees, some entrance fees, or they want you to subscribe you to their gymkhana. So in such a way there are different way of income for NPOs, and they will collect. कोई एक इंसान नहीं है जो पूरा खर्चा कर रहा है. You have to collect income from the way of charity and donations, and then from that only you have to do the expenses. Moreover, NPOs also get some grants and concessions from government also. Government भी उनको कुछ छूट देती है इस सब के लिए, right? So again some important things, that who are the members of that. So whoever is interested, they can become the member by paying these things, right? They paying this type of or subscribing to the organization, right? Then there is democratic management. So there is a committee which is elected by the members. जो members हैं उसके, उन्हीं लोगों में से वो लोग elect करते हैं कमेटी को, और वो लोग decide करते हैं कि कैसे क्या काम होना है, right? Then comes the, जैसे if a normal business is started, so capital is required, right? But here in NPO it is called as capital fund, and this capital fund is nothing but whatever entrance fees that you collect, or whatever is the surplus, means जितना आपको चैरिटी डोनेशन मिला, 2 लाख रुपए मिले हैं पर आपको उस साल काम करने में सिर्फ 1.5 लाख रुपए खर्च हुआ है, तो जो 50,000 बच गए, जो वो सरप्लस है, उसको हम डाल देते हैं एज अ कैपिटल फंड. वो हमारे कैपिटल फंड में जाके ऐड हो जाता है, राइट? सो यहाँ पे कैपिटल नहीं बोलते हैं, कैपिटल फंड बोलते हैं. देन कम्स दी स्पेशल फंड्स. कुछ स्पेशल फंड्स भी मिलते हैं, लाइक आई सेड चैरिटी, जैसे डोनेशन और बिल्डिंग फंड. सो बिल्डिंग फंड मीन्स इट इज़ स्पेसिफिकली फॉर मेकिंग द बिल्डिंग फॉर द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ऐसे अलग अलग बहुत सारे फंड्स होते हैं, ग्रांट्स होते हैं जो इनको मिलता है, राइट? And they never pay dividend to their members, they just provide services, right? They don't pay dividend to their members. So to understand better about the NPO, it will be easy if we understand the difference between profit organization and NPO, right? So first main difference is what they are doing. The profit organization do trading business. Trading business means buying and selling of goods and services, but NPO provide services to society, right? Secondly, their main aim is profit, that is they have profit motive. For NPO there is not profit motive, right? The motive is not to earn profit but to provide services. Now profit organization, like we have done final accounts, right? Business organization, they prepare trial balance, but here trial balance is not prepared, only receipts and payments account is prepared, right? Then the next one is they prepare profit and loss account to ascertain profit, but in NPO income and expenditure account is prepared for knowing surplus or deficit. यहाँ पे हम प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस बनाते हैं टू फाइंड आउट प्रॉफिट और लॉस. हियर वी प्रिपेयर इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट टू find out surplus and deficit. Next is which accounts are prepared. So trading account, P&L account, and balance sheet. These are the, because here we can prepare trial balance, so we can prepare these 3 accounts. Here we are not preparing trial balance, we are preparing only the receipts and payment account. So we can prepare here in NPO receipts and payment account. Second is what? Income and expenditure account. And third is balance sheet, right? So these accounts are prepared here. Now next point, capital is invested by businessmen, but here the capital fund is the name for capital. Now this capital fund in trading organization, that is the capital which is invested by the businessman, but here in NPO the word is capital fund. Now this capital fund is made up of surplus, if any entrance fees is capitalized or any subscription is capitalized, right? Any donations are capitalized, any legacy is capitalized. So ये जो भी उनको surplus मिलता है, जो भी बचता है खर्चा करने के बाद पैसा जो भी बचता है, वो सब मिला के, ये सब चीज़ें मिलाने के बाद it comes the capital fund of the NPOs, right? Because there is not a single person who is investing the money. All is that they are collecting from donations, charities, right, or the admission fees or subscription, and then they are doing their expenses. So whatever is the leftover surplus, if surplus, it will be added to capital fund. If it's deficit, it will be deducted from capital fund. Okay. So from this distinguish, you can easily understand about the NPO. These are the main features of the NPO. Right. Now the question arises, when it's an NPO, right? कोई किसी का पैसा यूज़ नहीं कर रहा है, मतलब चैरिटी वगैरह यूज़ कर रहा है मेंबर्स, देन व्हाट इज़ द नीड फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग द account? Then also you have to prepare the account, right? So what is the need of accounts here? So the control over cash transaction, we should know how much cash is used, what is, because someone can also take wrong advantage of it, right? So to know the control, or to have the control over cash transaction. Secondly, they want to know the sources of fund. When you will prepare the account, then only you will come to know what are the sources of funds, right? And how much you have spent, amount spent. Then next is what? To comply with the provisions of laws which are applicable to the organization, cooperative societies laws, right? As per the Cooperative Society Act or laws, they have to maintain this books of account, right? Then again, they want to know the financial position of their organization, who are the members, they want to know this. Then next is what? Then to find out surplus or deficit, there is a need to prepare the accounts. And next is the very important, to avoid illegal or wrong practices, right? Because it may happen that कि कोई गलत इस्तेमाल कर रहा है, जो भी मेंबर है उसमें से कोई करप्ट इंसान हो, गलत इस्तेमाल कर रहा है. Where there is need for preparing the accounts in NPO, right? So now we will see the accounts that is to be maintained in NPO. See, the first account is receipts and payment account. Although you don't have to prepare this will be already given in the question, but it is necessary to understand about this account so that you can do the further adjustment and solve the problem. So receipts and payment account, the first feature of this account is it's a summary of cash book. In 11th standard, we have learned about two columnar cash book, and it is just a summary of cash book. If you remember, when we used to make cash book, debit side, this is the debit side, this is the receipt side, and credit side, this is the payment side. Means this is a summary of a cash book. And secondly, it's a real account. What do we mean by real account? See, debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out, right? So this is nothing but आप ये भी बोल सकते हैं ये कैश अकाउंट का स्टेटमेंट है, राइट? तो यहाँ पे रिसिप्ट्स में जो भी आता है दैट विल बी डेबिटेड, जो भी आप पे कर रहे हो that will be credited, because when someone is paying you money in the organization, you will issue an receipt for that, right? And whenever you will do the payments, it will come in the payment side. So these are the two important features. That's a real account, and secondly, it's a summary of cash transactions as well as bank transaction. This is as same as two columnar cash book. Now the third important thing that you have to understand is it will consist of all the receipts and payment, that is capital plus revenue, both expenses and incomes. Now what do we mean by this, right? So capital expenditure or capital receipts are those which are for the long time, right? And revenue are those which are recurring, which are of recurring nature, right? So capital, if we talk about the expenditure, capital expenditure means what? Which is done for long time, like purchase of asset. If you have purchased any fixed asset, then it will come in the capital expenditure, right? So again, the revenue expenditure means what? Like salaries, rent, wages, right? And then telephone bill, electricity bill, all this will come under the revenue expenditure, because this you have to pay on the recurring basis, like every month you have to pay such expenses, so that will be coming as revenue expenditure. And whereas capital expenditure means purchase of fixed assets, or suppose you are purchasing building, or suppose you are purchasing land or machinery. So this is nothing but the capital expenditure. So here in the credit side of receipts and payment account, there will be capital plus revenue expenditure, because see this is payment side. Payment sides means what? When you will do payment, जब वो आपके लिए expenditure होगा, तो इस side में capital plus revenue दोनों expenditure रहेंगे, right? अब debit side में क्या रहेगा? See, when we talk about receipts, right? So receipts में भी again capital receipts होंगे and revenue receipts होंगे. So capital receipt means what? If you have sold any fixed assets, suppose sale proceeds of fixed assets, land, building, machinery, anything, then life membership fees, if the organization member has paid the life membership fees, this is paid for वन टाइम ओनली, राइट. सो ये कैपिटल, ये इसका अमाउंट भी यूज होता है और ये एक ही समय पे किया जाता है. सो इट इज़ अगेन अ कैपिटल रिसीप्ट. देन इफ एनी यू हैव रिसीव्ड एनी डोनेशन फॉर बिल्डिंग, right, for construction of building, all this will come under the capital receipts. Moreover, what is the revenue receipts then? Revenue receipts are the receipts which you will receive on recurring basis. Like for example, you will receive subscription from members. ये हर क्वार्टरली, मंथली, जैसे भी उनकी पॉलिसी होगी, मेंबर्स को वो रिकरिंग बेसिस पे पे करना पड़ता है, राइट. सपोज अगेन यू कैन टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ रेंट रिसीव्ड, राइट. आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कोई जगह है जो आपने रेंट पे दिया है, वो मिल रहा है आपको. एडमिशन फीस मिल रहा है, बिकॉज दिस इज ऑन रिकरिंग, ये हर महीने आपको मिलेगा, राइट, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द पॉलिसी ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. आपको कोई इंटरेस्ट मिल रहा है इन्वेस्टमेंट पे. All these are revenue receipts. So basically what you have to understand is that capital expenditure and capital receipts are those which are for the long time, which are basically related to fixed assets or which are paid one time, right? And secondly, what is revenue expenses and revenue receipt, which is on the recurring basis. Expenses हो या receipts हो, दोनों जब recurring basis पे होता है तो उसको हम revenue बोलते हैं. So as I told you, in payment side there will be capital plus revenue expenditure. So in receipt side there will be capital plus revenue incomes, that is receipts, right? तो इस account का directly effect ये है, इस account में आपको दोनों चीज़ mix करके दिया होगा. They will be giving you capital plus revenue because it will record as and when the transaction paid. Now the next important feature is that it will include all the capital plus revenue, receipts and income, as well as it will contain all the cash and bank transactions which is done during the year. अब रिसिप्ट्स एंड पेमेंट में दे डोंट बाइफरकेट. जितना भी पैसा आ रहा है, भले ही वो इस साल का है, करेंट ईयर, अब इसमें और विच हैज़ बीन रिसीव ड्यूरिंग द ईयर मीन्स इट कैन बी रिलेटेड टू करेंट ईयर, इट कैन बी रिलेटेड टू प्रीवियस ईयर, इट कैन बी रिलेटेड टू नेक्स्ट ईयर. इन receipts and payment account they don't make any bifurcation. Okay, so this is one again important feature of this. It will include all the transactions, maybe it may be of current year, previous year, next year. पैसा इस समय मिला है तो they will make the entry in the receipts and payment account, right? So this capital and revenue income can be of current year, previous year or next year, right? So current year, previous year and next year. The next feature about this is it will have the opening as well as closing balances of cash and bank, right? Opening and closing, they will show you opening and closing. The opening will be here to balance brought down, cash bank, and the closing will be this side by balance carried down. This will be the closing, so it will be carried down. Again, cash and bank. Okay, so next feature is opening and closing balance of cash and bank account. And the last and the important thing is that it will not include items like bad debts, RDD, depreciation. Why they will not include? Because this is non-cash items. These are the non-cash items. And which is this account? Receipts and payment. तो इसमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ आपका cash related items होगा, cash and bank related. As I have told you in the first feature only, it's a summary of cash book. So in cash book we only record the cash transaction, and bad debts, RDD and depreciation are non-cash items. So this will not be recorded. Now once you have understood about this much of receipts and payment account, so this is clear to you. This side there will be opening balance. Suppose there is bank overdraft, right? अगर आपका overdraft balance है तो it can be here also, right? Then closing balance will be here in the credit side, and here in the debit side it will be all the incomes, all the receipts, right? Which can be for current year, previous year or next year, which can be capital or revenue, right? आपने कोई एसेट बेचा है तो भी होगा, आप कोई सैलरी पे कर रहे हो वो भी होगा. You have to know how to bifurcate the capital and revenue income. In the credit side, here if there is any bank overdraft balance, it can be here. In the credit side, they will have capital plus revenue expenses, maybe of current year, previous year, next year. उससे कोई मतलब नहीं है. Cash इस समय आया है तो we will record it in receipts and payment account. Right? Now why this is necessary to understand? Because on the basis of this we have to prepare. आपके क्वेश्चन में एक receipts and payment account दिया रहेगा और एक opening balance sheet दिया रहेगा, right? So you have to understand this account, because on the basis of this you are going to prepare your solution to the problem of NPO, and that is it will require two accounts, that is income and expenditure account and balance sheet. Balance sheet is not an account, it's a statement basically of assets and liabilities. After knowing this about learning capital and revenue income and capital and revenue expenditure, now what you have to do is, इसमें तो सब चीज़ एक साथ दिया हुआ है. जब आप पोस्टिंग करेंगे तो जो भी कैपिटल इनकम होगा they will go to balance sheet, right? Suppose if it is a capital income, it will come in balance sheet, and suppose if it's a revenue income, it will come in income and expenditure account, right? And same way, if it is a capital expenditure, it will come in balance sheet. आपने कोई asset purchase किया है, कोई land purchase किया है, कोई building purchase किया है, it will come in your assets. As well as whenever there is revenue expenditure, it will come in your income and expenditure account. Right? Now we will learn about the income and expenditure account. Now the second account, this is the basic solution for your NPO. The first account that is to be prepared is the income and expenditure account. Now to be very clear about this, the name is income and expenditure account, but the debit side will be expenditure and the credit side will be income. राइट? ये हमेशा याद रखना है, बिकॉज एग्ज़ाम में जाके भी बच्चे भूल जाते हैं कि मैम डेबिट साइड क्या था, क्रेडिट साइड. के नाम तो है इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर, बट डेबिट होता है एक्सपेंडिचर, क्रेडिट होता है income. Always remember this. Now what are the features for this? First we will look at that. So सबसे पहली चीज़, it is a nominal account. Nominal account means what is the golden rule? Debit all expense and losses, credit all incomes and gains. That's why expense and losses expenditure में आएगा, gains and income income side में आएगा, right? Now secondly, it is as good as profit and loss account. In NPO, on the basis of receipts and payment account, we prepare income and expenditure account, right? Thirdly, only revenue, expenses and incomes, that too of current year, is recorded here, right? जितने भी रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंस है, रेवेन्यू इनकम है ऑफ करंट ईयर, सिर्फ वही हम यहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड करेंगे, प्लस non-cash items. Non-cash items, as you remember in P&L account, we used to record bad debts, we used to record RDD, we used to record depreciation. So all this will be recorded in this account, right? Fourthly, no opening balances. This account will not have any opening balance, right? Now, why do we prepare this account? We will prepare this account to find surplus और deficit. जहाँ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस में हम बोलते हैं प्रॉफिट या लॉस, वही चीज़ यहाँ पे हम बोलते हैं सरप्लस एंड डेफिसिट, बिकॉज दिस इज NPO. Profit is not the motive. So whatever is remaining with them, that is called as surplus. Whatever they are coming shortfall of amount income, that is called as deficit. We will learn it right now. Then the next feature is that this income and expenditure, it's a form, or it forms a part of final accounts of NPO with balance sheet. So in your question they will be giving you receipts and payment account and sometimes the opening balance sheet, and there you will get the opening balances of assets and liabilities, and they will be asking you to prepare income and expenditure account and the new balance sheet of the organization. So जैसे हम ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न में बनाते हैं फाइनल अकाउंट्स, जिसमें ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, P&L अकाउंट और बैलेंस शीट होती है, NPO के फाइनल अकाउंट्स में इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट होता है और बैलेंस शीट होती है. नाउ वी विल सी इन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट देयर आर नो ओपनिंग बैलेंसेस, right? It's a nominal account. So whatever are the revenue expenditure, they will come in the debit side, revenue expenses, right? और इफ़ देर इज़ एनी लॉस, अगर कोई एसेट बेचने में कोई लॉस वगैरह हुआ है वो भी हम यहीं रिकॉर्ड करेंगे. सपोज देर इज़ प्रॉफिट, इट विल बी रिकॉर्डेड इन दी क्रेडिट साइड, सेम एज P&L अकाउंट, राइट? देन revenue expenses means what? Like rent, wages, salaries, then repairs and maintenance, whatever is given in your problem, the revenue expenditure. That's why I told you it is very important to understand capital expenditure, capital income and revenue expenditure and revenue income. तो जो भी revenue वाला है, means which is on the recurring basis, that will come in the income and expenditure अकाउंट. नाउ सपोज इसमें से कोई भी ऐसा होगा, क्योंकि मैंने आपको पहले ही बोला रिसिप्ट्स एंड पेमेंट में इट विल नॉट कंसीडर वेदर इट इज़ ऑफ करंट ईयर और what you called as last year or previous year, but here when you record this should be only of current year. It means what? If there is any outstanding of current year, so you will add it, right? If there is any prepaid in the current year, that means it relates to the next year, so you will less it. Same way for the previous year. आपको सिर्फ इधर जो outer column है, in this column there should be only the amount of the current year. पहले का है, बाद का है, तो आपको उसको लेस करना है. इस साल का है तो आपको उसको ऐड करना है. So that is the basic thing here. Okay. Now same way when we talk about this revenue, income and gains, so it will come here, right? So revenue income will be what? Like you have received rent, right? Then suppose you have sold any old newspaper, or you have received any profit on sale of asset, right? Then any grants you have received from government, any donations you have received, and any dividend, any life membership fees, right? Then any subscription, or you can say tuition fees, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होगा उसके हिसाब से ये आपका मेन इनकम होगा, राइट? जैसे ट्रेडिंग कंसर्न में मेन इनकम क्या होता है? सेल्स होता है. बट यहाँ पे जो भी फीस, सब्सक्रिप्शन, ट्यूशन फी, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, देयर विल बी दी मेन इनकम. एंड next, for the donation you have to remember this. If this donation is for some specific purpose, like ऐसा दिया होगा donation for building fund, so you will add it to the balance sheet, क्योंकि वहाँ पे नाम आ गया है building fund, right? लेकिन अगर सिर्फ donation दिया है and in problem nothing is told about that, so this donation will come in income side, that is in the credit side. It's an income. This donation can be used for any revenue purpose also, right? So it will be treated as a revenue income. Now we will talk about a very important adjustment. In your example, I have taken subscription receipt, right? It can be any direct income for the organization, its main income for the organization, maybe tuition fees. तो मेनली इसके ऊपर बहुत बड़ा एडजस्टमेंट होता है एंड स्टूडेंट्स हैव कन्फ्यूजन ऑन दिस. सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर जो भी मिला है उसको आप यहाँ लिखोगे इन कॉलम में. एड आउटस्टैंडिंग ऑफ करंट ईयर, अगर इस साल का, करंट ईयर यानी ये साल, प्रीवियस ईयर यानी इससे पिछला साल, एंड नेक्स्ट ईयर मीन्स जो अभी आने वाला साल है. तो ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि जो भी मेंबर्स हैं, राइट, वो हर कोई इसी साल में पूरा पे करेगा. कुछ ऐसे भी होंगे जो डिफ़ॉल्टर्स होंगे, जो पिछले साल का भी नहीं पे किए होंगे तो इस साल पे किए होंगे. कुछ ऐसे भी होंगे जिनको बार बार पे करने का झंझट नहीं चाहिए, उन्होंने ऑलरेडी नेक्स्ट ईयर का भी पे कर दिया है, राइट. सो इट विल बी जम्बल्ड. ये सब एक साथ दिया होगा रिसिप्ट्स एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट में. यू हैव टू bifurcate here in the income and expenditure, because as I told you, only current year amount, whether income or expense, it will come in your income and expenditure account, right. तो उसके लिए हम क्या करेंगे? If outstanding of current year, we will add it. If it is received for previous year, we will less it. If it is received for next year, then also we are going to deduct it. Okay, and after calculating whatever is the amount, it will come in the outer column. So this should be the current year amount, right. अब इसमें से अगर ये outstanding of current year है तो ये सब एडजस्टमेंट में दिया होगा, तो इसका जो भी सेकेंड इफेक्ट होगा, राइट, अगर ये करंट ईयर का आउटस्टैंडिंग है मेरा सब्सक्रिप्शन, मतलब मुझे इनकम मिलने वाला है, ये मेरा इनकम है, मिलने वाला है ये इनकम, तो ये मेरा आ जाएगा, that is income receivable, right, outstanding subscription. So that will come in my asset, right. And whenever it is received from previous year, तो जो आपकी ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट होगी वो उसमें से लेस हो जाएगा. नाउ दिस इज़ फॉर रिसीव फॉर नेक्स्ट ईयर. तो अगर ये मेरे लिए नेक्स्ट ईयर के लिए रिसीव है तो ये मेरे लिए लाइबिलिटी है, मुझे नेक्स्ट ईयर नहीं मिलेगा, ये मुझे संभाल के रखना है, राइट. सो दिस विल कम इन माई लाइबिलिटी. Okay, so this is a very important adjustment. Moreover, in debit side, suppose we take an example of sports club, right. So suppose if any sports material आपको एडजस्टमेंट में दिया होगा, ओपनिंग स्टॉक दिया होगा, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक दिया होगा, परचेजेस दिया होगा, स्टॉक. अब स्पोर्ट्स क्लब है तो स्पोर्ट्स मटेरियल वो परचेज करेंगे, राइट. या अगर हॉस्पिटल है तो वो मेडिसिन्स परचेज करेंगे. तो वो डायरेक्टली दे हमको यहाँ क्या रिकॉर्ड करना है? करंट ईयर का अमाउंट. But they will not give you directly that amount. Sports material. It can be sports material or stationery. अगर कोई लाइब्रेरी है तो मेडिसिन्स, अगर कोई हॉस्पिटल है तो वॉट एवर. सो टू स्पोर्ट्स मटेरियल यूज, हमें यहाँ पे क्या लिखना है? रेवेन्यू वाला जो करंट ईयर का रिलेटेड है. तो उसके लिए आपको एक दिया रहेगा ओपनिंग स्टॉक. सो दैट इज़ द फॉर्मूला. ओपनिंग स्टॉक एड परचेजेस एंड देन लेस क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. मैं सिर्फ स्पोर्ट्स मटेरियल की बात कर रही हूँ. शुरुआत में मेरे पास कितना था, मैंने इस साल में कितना परचेज किया, उसके बाद मेरे पास कितना बच गया. सो दैट विल बी द अमाउंट. आफ्टरवर्ड्स आई विल कैलकुलेट. सी सपोज दिस इज ओपनिंग स्टॉक इज 10,000. अगेन आई हैव परचेज मटेरियल ऑफ 20,000. सो दिस विल बिकम 30,000. And from this again the closing stock remaining is 5,000. So my current account, current year I have used the material of 25,000. So only this amount will come here, right. So this is one again important adjustment in your income and expenditure account. So इस केस में यहाँ पे ओपनिंग स्टॉक और ये परचेज, ओपनिंग स्टॉक आपके बैलेंस शीट में रहेगा जो ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट है. परचेजेस विल बी देयर इन योर रिसिप्ट्स एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट एंड क्लोजिंग स्टॉक विल बी इन योर एडजस्टमेंट. सो टू इफेक्ट्स विल बी गिवन ओनली फॉर दिस closing stock. One it will come here and next it will come in the assets, right. So after recording all of these in the income and expenditure account, you will close the income and expenditure account. Suppose you get here balance, it will be called as surplus. यहाँ हम word profit और loss use नहीं करते हैं because ये profit कमाने के लिए opening NPO नहीं है. The profit motive is not their original motive of NPOs. They just provide the services. So what do you mean by surplus? Right, see this is income. तो जब यहाँ का टोटल, इनकम का टोटल जब ज़्यादा होगा मैं दोनों तरफ लिखूँगी और यहाँ आएगा मेरा बैलेंस, वो क्या है? सरप्लस. सो दिस इज़ नथिंग बट एक्सेस ऑफ इनकम ओवर एक्सपेंडिचर. What is surplus? This is frequently asked question in your ऑब्जेक्टिव्स. सरप्लस मीन्स एक्सेस ऑफ इनकम ओवर एक्सपेंडिचर. जब आपका इनकम साइड का टोटल ज़्यादा आएगा और एक्सपेंडिचर का कम आएगा. सपोज यहाँ पे 2 लाख रुपए मुझे इनकम मिली है, 1.5 लाख मेरा एक्सपेंडिचर है. सो व्हाट इज़ दिस सरप्लस? 50,000. 50,000 रुपये जो है वो मेरे बच गए हैं. राइट. सो एक्सेस ऑफ इनकम ओवर एक्सपेंडिचर इज सरप्लस. Whereas if you get a balance in credit side, so here it will be written as by deficit. This is nothing but excess of expenditure over income. तो उल्टा हो जाएगा. मीन्स 2 लाख रुपए आपका एक्सपेंडिचर था and 1,50,000 is your income. So you are getting a shortfall of ₹50,000. In such a case जो भी पुराना कैपिटल फंड है उसमें से पैसे इस्तेमाल होंगे. Right. So this is about income and expenditure account. Now one more very important thing about this. See, this is your receipts and payment account which will be given in your question. Debit side is the receipt side, credit side is the payment side. Whereas you will prepare income and expenditure account, and debit side will be the expenditure and credit side will be the income. Right. So whatever items will be in the receipt side, right, so that will come in the income side. Whatever items will be in the payment side, that will come in the expenditure side. So you have to remember this. Debit of receipt and payment is credit of income and expenditure, whereas credit of receipt and payment is nothing but debit of income and एक्सपेंडिचर. तो ये हमेशा याद रखना है. क्वेश्चन में रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट अकाउंट होगा तो जो रिसिप्ट का डेबिट साइड है वो आइटम्स आएंगे इनकम के क्रेडिट साइड में. जो पेमेंट्स रिसिप्ट एंड पेमेंट के क्रेडिट साइड में पेमेंट के साइड में है वो आएंगे इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर के डेबिट साइड में. ओके. नाउ वी विल सी अबाउट द बैलेंस शीट. In any other organization, even NPO, we will prepare the balance sheet. Balance sheet is a statement which will give you the financial position of the organization, right? So in liabilities, the first item will be capital fund. अगर ये पहले से चला आ रहा कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है तो पहले से कैपिटल फंड होगा. अगर न्यू है कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तो आपको कैपिटल फंड इस कोई ओपनिंग बैलेंस नहीं होगा. तो इस साल का जो भी सरप्लस वगैरह है वो हम इसमें ऐड करेंगे. राइट. सपोज इन प्रॉब्लम इफ कैपिटल फंड इज नॉट गिवन, देन बाय ओपनिंग बैलेंस बाय मेकिंग एन ओपनिंग बैलेंस शीट यू कैन फाइंड आउट द कैपिटल फंड. हाउ? कैपिटल फंड इज इक्वल्स टू एसेट लेस लाइबिलिटीज लाइक वी यूज टू डू इन सिंगल एंट्री सिस्टम. राइट. तो वो आपका कैपिटल फंड आ जाएगा. नाउ कैपिटल फंड का जो भी अमाउंट दिया होगा वो हम इनर कॉलम में लिखेंगे. इफ देर इज सरप्लस विच वी कैलकुलेटेड इन इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर अकाउंट, दैट विल बी एडेड. सपोज इट इज़ नॉट सरप्लस, डेफिसिट, सो डेफिसिट विल बी लेस. क्योंकि मैंने आपको बताया इनकम एंड एक्सपेंडिचर जितना भी शॉर्टफॉल है वो हम कहाँ से यूज़ करते हैं, जो पहले का कैपिटल फंड है उसमें से यूज़ कर रहे हैं. तो वी विल लेस द डेफिसिट. If there is surplus, we will add the surplus. In the problem, depending upon the adjustments given, sometimes they can ask you to capitalize full entrance fees, half entrance fees, or they can ask you to capitalize donation or legacy, or suppose the life membership fees. Such items will be there. So and if they ask you to capitalize it, so they will be added here. So what we will do for that, we will less it from the income and add it to the capital fund. जो भी आपके adjustments में दिया होगा, it can be entrance fees, it can be your donations, it can be legacy, then it can be membership, life membership fees, all these items. If there is it in the problem, you will add it in capital fund. And after doing all this amount, outer column you will get the capital fund amount. Next, there will be the other liabilities like creditors, if any bank overdraft is there, if any loan is taken from any institution, any outstanding expenses, salary pay करना बाकी है, rent pay करना बाकी है, all those expenses, any income received in advance. So for NPO, what are the incomes? It can be subscription, tuition fees. अगर वो आपको advance में मिला है तो वो आप कहाँ लिखोगे, बैलेंस शीट, बिकॉज दैट इज द लाइबिलिटी. नेक्स्ट ईयर दे आर नॉट गोइंग टू पे यू अगेन, अगर उन्होंने members ने पहले ही पे कर दिया. So that is a liability, it will come here. Then there can be funds. Now this funds, there can be some special funds like a building fund, right? Then there can be, अब donations में ऐसा भी हो सकता है, they can be capitalized, और अगर कुछ नहीं दिया है डोनेशन में तो it will come in income and expenditure account, or sometimes it can be set clearly in the adjustment that the donations are for building fund. So you will add the donations in the building fund. These are some of the special funds. Like जब नाम दिया होता है फंड के आगे, they become the special fund. Like it can be building fund, it can be prize fund, right? So means it will be used only for construction of building, or it can be used only for giving prizes, right? So these are some of the funds. Now in asset size, there can be fixed assets like computers, then suppose it's a library, then library books will be a fixed asset for them, right? If any gymkhana, then sports equipment can be the fixed assets for them. So all this will come in the fixed assets. Then there can be current assets. In current asset, there can be stock of stationery and stock of sports material. जो भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है उसके हिसाब से जो भी स्टॉक है, किसी को लोन दिया है, प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस है अगर, वो भी करंट एसेट्स में आ जाएगा, right? Then there can be cash in hand, cash at bank, all will come in the current assets. Outstanding income or income receivable, so that is what subscription receivable, that is outstanding of the current year, subscription, tuition fees, right? So जो भी उनका real income है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, अगर वो outstanding है तो वो बन जाता है asset, क्योंकि वो आपको मिलने वाला है. So in this balance sheet you will record all these things, and at end you will total the balance sheet, that means you will tally the balance sheet and your balance sheet gets tallied. So in such a way, in NPO, you from receipts and payments account and balance sheet and some of the adjustments, you have to prepare only two accounts, that is one is income and expenditure account and next is the balance sheet. Okay, thank you.